Mr. Millennial, what kind of predicament did you get us into now?
A good one.
All right, explain what we're up against here, buddy.
We're up against a 2003 450 AJ JLG manlift.
I think right now it's more of a yard art.
Hey, for what I picked that sucker up for, we're doing good, okay?
So this is a joint venture between Mr. Millennial, Mr. Works a Lot, and myself. We seen this jewel on Facebook Market Side, cheap, and we all three got random personal projects we could use it for. So Matt went on a little adventure and got it picked up. It is a diesel. It does seem to run, but it's not without a few, well,
Let's be honest.
issues.
Those issues weren't there until I pulled it 4 hours home. That's the honest thing there. I tried to pry it open. I couldn't get it open, but the roadway did make it come open.
So this whole control panel, I guess, blew off on the way home. It's got a few hydraulic leaks. Typical JLG hood stuff. It's it just needs some TLC, but we got some parts. We got a rainy day. We're gonna try to get this thing in the shop and see if we can get her in
Push, not
operate.
pull.
I know we got. It's not my first time on a man lift, genius.
Yeah, well, that one there's a little tricky.
It has more to do with this little thing right here don't work. All right, you think this thing's gonna start this morning?
I do.
Well, we got lights. Here we go.
See, told you.
We got spark, smoke. Now, the steering, let's just say it's got a mind of its own.
Yeah, that's for sure. It likes to hang right.
Oh, we got nothing. Oh, we got something. Hang on, folks.
Hey, at least you chose the right direction.
Yeah, I know. I run over a tire. Oh, all right, see if we can get this thing in the shop and see what we got.
Like I said, it tends to hang to the right. And honestly, I'm pretty sure it's a toggle. I don't think it's issues other than the toggle that's on the little joystick. Go right again, and it's gonna hammer all the way to the right. There it goes. Let's go open the door for it. See, told you, it's a beaut, man. Now can you get out?
All right, first thing I want to tackle is this thing's supposed to have some small little studs that stick out right here that allow this thing to hinge up. But as you guys can see, they are broke off. So I think we're just gonna drill these out and put some bolts in them. How's that sound to you?
It's a security.
I think it's the only option we got unless you want to go figure out how to weld this crap aluminum.
Nope.
I need a longer drill bit extension. That's JLG engineered right there.
Who knows?
It'll work.
We're gonna find out. I think we should double nut it because we don't want it to be tight. We want it to just have a hinge point, right? Right?
You trying to become an engineer this morning?
Nope.
Let's see right,
We'll have to tighten that up.
I'd say for now, let's just see if it. I mean, if we end up hauling this thing to the scrapyard, it's kind of a mute point, isn't it?
Scrapyard? What are you talking about?
Just let's see if it works for temporary purposes. If temporary purposes prove to be a success, so then on these you should be able to put this down, flip that back up, and it holds it right there. Push it in. You just got to push it in. Just push it in. Just go ahead. Just push it in.
Well, that actually...
Isn't that what you told me? Just push.
Oh, look. I figured it out. Push down on the handle. When you pull up on it, it pushes the little lock mechanism out further. You know, we can get rid of the spring for now, too. There we go. Now we don't have to mess with that for a little while.
All right.
Oh, boy.
Now what, huh?
Yeah. There's a lot of wires in there.
I guess we'll start replacing stuff one at a time.
How about the one that's missing the whole bottom to it?
We need, well, hold on. First off, let's see. We got parts over here somewhere. This is my parts room.
What came in and what did come in?
I guess when we start taking too much stuff apart, we need to make sure it's the right stuff.
Yeah.
I guess when here's your winner.
We have had this manlift for like a few days and there's already an empty Pepsi can in it. What are the odds of that, Michael?
I have no, I can't, can you believe the other guy drank Pepsi too?
We starting on the right or we starting on the left?
Choice one.
So what we got? Do we put it in?
Does it look right? It looks a little different.
Looks a little different. Well, I mean, this one has a plastic bag on it and that one.
Well, and it's in one piece and hopefully possibly works, but I just need to make sure the plug on the end of it's the same.
That's definitely an important thing, isn't it? You see how confident I am that it's right?
Yeah, I see where you're going with this. Well, the eBay people said it's non-returnable, so.
The only thing that looks different is that.
Well, there was an updated version. This is supposedly it. Do you want to, I guess the main thing is to see if that plug's the same. I guess we need to pull our computer out of there.
Find out.
We need to.
All this looks the same. It's got a few different, got plastic housing on it. Looks like it might be a slight, just a hair taller.
It don't click and then not click, unclick. This thing, I'm telling you, if you were right track circle racing, this thing would be killer. It just wants to go right like nobody's business.
Whee!
All right.
We gotta take 4 bolts out, don't we?
Pull the computer. Well, what's the verdict? Excuse me. I just need to check your plug out there.
Identical.
Nice.
3, 3, 1, 1, 2, 2. And the plug shape and the lock mechanism is the same. So.
All right.
I say we start there.
Well, looks like we got 2 Stone Age.
Yeah. I better turn that back over.
Here, let's just take it out just like it is. Let me have a screwdriver. Let me have a screwdriver. Yeah.
You gonna be able to get it?
Well, yeah. Well, it fits.
If it fits, it ships.
I'm hoping if it fits, it drives. Oh, it clicked in. I'll say before we go any farther.
Try it.
Yeah, I'll need to try it.
Try it before you buy it. Let me at least.
Well, we've already bought it, so.
Oh, wait a minute. We have, haven't we? Let me flip this over so we can close the panel.
All right. You know how to operate this thing?
Absolutely not.
Well, don't run over my go-karts.
Well, as long as I don't push any buttons, it's not going to run anything over, right? Wow, that's like a light show, isn't it? Ready?
All right. Oh, you don't.
You ready?
Yeah.
And release.
Hey, it stops! Nice!
Check the other direction now. Make sure we didn't cause a problem the other way. Right there.
Hey, now does it move?
It'll come toward you.
Oh, yeah.
Good deal.
All right. Now we just need to make it go up and down and left and right.
Yeah, we'll get there. Do you emergency stop it or pull the switch down?
Go stop it. All right. Joystick 1 complete. Now we need more parts. I'm hoping the magical box over here is joystick 2.
I hope you're right.
We're gonna go with this one.
Nice.
That's my guess. It's like Christmas.
We'll open our lid back up and get us locked in place. Oh, I get to unbox it again?
Delivery. Well,
Are we gonna shoot 100% so far?
we're gonna get lucky twice.
Oh yeah.
They have to work. They're both white.
3, 2, 1, 3, 2, 1. The exact same.
All right.
I think that one is no good.
Well, there seems to be a little bit of an issue with this one, and the fact there's nothing attached to the other end of it.
Hey, I will say this. Started reaching down in here. I think those might have went to the old one.
All right, let's replace the other one.
You come bearing more gifts?
Mr. Wendell, I hate to jinx this, but this is
Shh, don't. Got her off right there. Whoop, no more.
our yard arb's actually turning into something usable, slowly but surely.
Still said it.
I know. All right. So this all works. You guys seen the time lapse. We actually had to fire it up because this could be oriented any different direction. So we'll make sure we got it right. But next gift. You know what it is? I'll give you a clue.
That right there.
It replaces our free vice grips. Hopefully.
That's all that's in there.
This
Pole
thing,
source.
this thing right here, like $89. That thing, $19.
You're kidding me, right?
Well, it's got a metal insert.
I was just going to say it's insert molded, so. Oh, look, and it's got a hole in it. So
Well,
you can
you
actually
probably-
lock it down.
Hey, before you put that on, let me find you the right size Allen screw.
All right. Deal.
All right, you got this thing turned the right way, so your turtle's turtling and your rabbit's
Oh,
rabbiting.
no. You got a multi-tool or something?
Got to look at this.
I done got rid of my free.
We got on the wall here. Feels right. It should D10 on turtle. All right, put her on there.
Cool. There's the turtle. Turtle, turtle.
I don't think that's the noise a turtle makes. I don't think a turtle's a very vocal animal, but I don't think it goes turtle turtle.
Come on now.
Having some technical difficulties there, buddy?
Well, you know, you can't exactly see it, so you got to feel with your end of your Allen. How tight's tight.
Let's try that once.
Ready?
Yeah.
Boy, that detent is strong. That's it.
Perfect. All right, so I think the last thing we need to do up here
Maybe put that back on.
is, actually I think I got a whole new decal kit, so we'll know what's what. The question is, did I get the right decal kit? Back to shopping again. I'm thinking this is the next box we need.
That's the decal kit?
This is the decal kit.
Let's find out, shall we?
I got a feeling this is a generic decal kit that has several different baskets. So we may
As
have
long as it's not in Chinese or Mandarin, we're good. Right?
we may have to pick and choose which pieces we need, is what I'm trying to say. Oh, lovely. It's the good old-fashioned box in a box.
In a box.
Do not bend.
But yet they give you a pull tab. Let's see. Can we do that without bending it? Oh, man. Really?
Well, I hope the decals are better quality than the pull tab.
Uh-oh.
Oh, yes. Look at that. Fancy new pretty stuff. That looks right. And
It's
there's
got the expensive adhesive on it, too.
that's our new glass piece.
You know why they named their business 3M? This is not facts. This is just what I say. Do you know why they named their business 3M?
Is this 3 times as expensive as
It's
anything?
3 times as much.
All right. I say we do this the,
Oh, that is the light.
yeah.
What?
I say we do this the easy way.
Well, do we want to put the lights in before we...
We're going to do it the easy way.
Uh-oh.
You ready?
I did it, right? I do it again? How many times do you want me to do it?
Didn't work. I got to do it. There it is, guys. Got all the decals on there. Got our new light thing in there. Everything's labeled. Nice and neat. Looks good. Should make it a lot safer, a lot more user-friendly to operate. Best part is all the functions seem to work, so that's definitely encouraging. We got one small hydraulic leak there we need to investigate in a minute, but I think the next thing on the list is the guy was honest with us when we bought it. Said it hadn't been serviced in like, what, 5 years?
He said he's owned it for 5 years and he has never changed the oil in it.
Fingers crossed he didn't use it much. It's kind of what I'm going with.
Yeah.
But typical JLG, the hood is in. Can we open it?
Now you can.
Hood is in pretty bad shape. These things are pretty notorious for it. I'm thinking let's go ahead and just take the hood completely off of it, and we'll throw it off to the side, see if we can do some repairs on it. I fixed a few of these by plating them up. Somebody's already tried to do that a little bit. See where they busted it up over there?
Yeah.
Shock's gone. Cute little exhaust pipe. Oh, that is nice. that is top. You know, somebody has been, they really took pride in their work when they put a muffler clamp, or put a hose clamp on there as a muffler clamp. All right, I say we
2 of them.
oh, good God.
And that one's actually doubled up. So 3, technically.
Yeah.
That might even be 4. Heck, you never know.
Hey, at least they tried.
Yeah.
At least they tried. All right, I say we get the hood pulled off this thing.
Wait a minute. There's no way this machine's not awesome. It says Eldebrock.
Well, that's just a fuel pump. Don't get too far.
But come on, it's an Eldebrock fuel pump on a JLG.
They sell those at O'Reilly's. I got one on my lawnmower.
You do?
I do,
Because you just had to buy one?
possibly. But it's red because it's gas. All right, let's, you just want to hold that up there? Well, there's only like these few bolts up here to hold that on.
Yeah, sure. You know, just keep videoing and talking instead of taking bolts off. He's going to get a certain sign.
It's
here
just
in a
made, it's
second.
just made out of plastic. It ain't that heavy.
All right, here.
Oh, yeah, wait a minute. Let me have it. You ready?
Yeah.
Right. Next.
Hold on. Try not to drop it. We'll set them in here on the fan shroud. Okay.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay.
That went really fast.
I don't know if I can reach that last one. It's going to be a stretch. All right. You ready?
Yep.
All right. In theory, should just be able to lift that off her. All right, before we get too far into tackling the hood, I think we need to look into servicing a little Deutz engine here.
Deutz.
First things first, these things are actually pretty user-friendly to work on. There is a 19mm bolt right here. One bolt right there. Let's pull that guy out and this whole engine will hinge out.
You're joking.
You want to bet lunch on this, buddy?
Nope.
Come on.
You want a wrench or a socket?
Probably a wrench. You ready for the magic?
Well, I got the bolt out.
Give her a little Yankee there. You sure you took the right bolts out?
I don't know. I took the one out you said to take out.
It spins. Right there's the pivot. All right, let me look, see what you did wrong.
Well, would you look at that?
It's been a long time since this jewel's been out, let me tell you. I'll tell you that. All right, here we go. Huh. Goodness gracious.
Is it telling us something else like don't do this or it's all gonna fall off?
I haven't been serviced in a really long time, please help me. Your pry bar, yes. See, it slides on these blocks.
Okay. Hey, there's the breather cover, I think. Yep. I'll be darned. Look at that. Isn't that just so nifty?
Makes it a little easier to work on there, don't it?
Yeah. Cool.
On the back side here, guys, trying to kind of decipher what's going on. This is an old fuel filter. This is the oil filter. Looks like to me what has happened at some point somebody's been working on this thing, and I don't know if you can see right there, they have broke the fitting off in the housing and just abandoned ship and put an inline one in. So I'm gonna go ahead and take this housing off. I'd much rather use this fuel filter setup if we can fix that housing. If not, we'll keep doing what they've been doing, and then we'll pull that oil filter off there and get a number off of it and see what's going on. But always fun following other people up, trying to figure out what they've pieced together over the years to keep their operation going. But if we can't reuse this fuel filter housing, there's no point of it being on here. Man, I'm gonna need an oil filter wrench as well if you got one. Oh, hang on. You guys can see right there where they broke that off at. some way, shape, or form. Oh, that oil filter's not been off there in a while, folks. Good God.
5 years for sure.
I'm gonna go with longer. I think it's gonna come, but I did poke a hole in it. Oh. Hopefully we can still find a number on it. I spent some money on a good one. It's a Napa Gold.
Really?
Oh, I'm getting ready to
Yes,
get.
man?
Yeah, maybe too late for that.
Oh.
All right, as you can see, we got the oil draining out. It is nasty. Matt is running up some filter numbers and some part numbers and a miscellaneous list. We're gonna run to town, see if we can round up, come back and get this thing serviced. One thing nice about this engine is it is a liquid cooled. It basically cools the engine oil instead of antifreeze, which means it's got a little bit more capacity in it. So hopefully, going so long on an oil change, that'll help it out a little bit. Seems to run fine. Time will tell if it's hurt or not. I think for what we're going to use it for, it's going to be just fine. But let us go round up some pieces, some parts, and some filters, and some oil, and some fluid, and we'll come back and see if we can finish getting this thing serviced out.
And some daggone rags, DJ.
And some daggone rags, yeah. I got a full box, but somebody might have left them out in the rain. I think when we last left you guys, Matt and I were running to town to get parts. That was like 3 days ago. It was one of those parts runs that it just took a while. It just took a while. But good news, we got some stuff rounded up. Got some filters, got some oil, a couple other miscellaneous things. But check this out. I was able to actually fix the factory oil filter housing, or fuel filter housing, I should say. This is all plastic. I was able to drill and tap that out and get a nice brass fitting in there. Pretty confident that's not going to leak. So we'll get her switched back over to the factory fuel filter set up. Got oil, got all the goodies, I believe. So let's get this reinstalled, get the oil filter back on, and get it filled up back with oil. Matt is hunting some metal to do some repair work on our hood, and we're gonna keep chugging along on this thing, see what kind of progress we can make. Coming in. Getting too old for this stuff. All right. First things first, hopefully you guys can see us down here. Let's get this oil filter installed. All right. I'm gonna give her just a little snuggy. I don't want to get her too tight. That'll work. All right. See if we can get this fuel filter housing back on here. Get it on here and get it all plumbed back up. Hopefully it'll work. All right, I think we got everything tidied up back here. Oil filter on, fuel filter replumbed. This is actually the mechanical fuel pump right here. It's been switched over to electric. I'm gonna leave that be. These things can be kind of a little contrary and hard to start with a mechanical pump. So I'm gonna leave the electric on there, which changes this routing here just a little bit. Fuel filter on. I did go ahead and put the new air cleaner on. Realized you guys were out of the camera shot, probably didn't see that. So let's climb out of here, top this thing off with oil, and I think it'll be ready for a test fire. You got a plan down there, Mr. Millennial?
Nope. I'm gonna cut some metal.
You know, if man behind the scenes was here, he'd be cringing if either one of us were doing this.
But he's not.
But
so
he's
let
not.
him cringe when he watches.
we can butter it up and make it look good on camera. All right, I'll put some oil in this thing before we forget. All right, let's put some oil in this thing before we forget. You guys got any guesses? You got any guesses, Mr. Millennial, on how much it holds?
How many cylinders is it?
2.5.
No. That's not cake pops. Is it 3-cylinder diesel?
Yeah, it's 3-cylinder.
I'm guessing 2.5 gallons.
I'm messing more than that because it's liquid cooled.
Well, I'm guessing 2.5. What are you guessing?
I'm guessing at least 4.
Woo!
We're not even in the same ballpark.
Nope.
I'm not even gonna check it till I put 3 in, so.
What? How about you check it at 2.5, since that was my guess?
Because I'm confident you're wrong.
Do you have any more than the one you're pouring?
Yeah, there's some right there by that blade. Why don't you get them for me? Right where you put them, actually.
Oh boy. I could have just let you step up and down that little ladder there multiple times.
That would not be very nice. All right.
That is not the trash can.
Next.
It's right there next to you.
You're no fun. Kicked the electric fuel pump on and bled the system. I don't see any leaks or issues on that fuel filter housing. I think we're good to go there. When I fire this thing up, I do have a filter that goes right in here, which is this guy here, so we'll switch him out real quick. Still waiting on one hydraulic filter to show up yet. We had to order offline, but we're not gonna let that hold up progress. How's it going?
What?
So how's it going?
Well,
I'll stay this far away so nobody can judge you.
if I wouldn't knock the stand off and maybe have a little more practice, it'd probably be better, but it'll be fine for what we're using it for.
The good news is on the underside of the hood.
Hey, there's nothing wrong with it since it's the first time using a blade cutter, all right? Just gotta kind of figure out how to crouch down, not put my knees on the floor.
Well, I mean, your workbench is very convenient there, so.
Yeah.
All right, we're gonna change this filter out. Went to go grab a wrench to get this off. Realized it was just hand tight. I wonder how long it's been like that. Well, that is actually the filter we have on order. The filter I had is the one that goes in the tank. Went ahead and swapped it out, so hopefully it'll be in the morning. While we're waiting on that, we're gonna put some of these pieces in place here. Matt's got these pieces cut out. I've got them drilled. We're gonna try to tack them all off to this metal piece, then we'll pull that whole thing off of there and hopefully weld her up and make her solid.
Go ahead and say it. Look how ugly them cuts are.
I was gonna leave it out, but
They're ugly. That's okay.
I will leave that for a man behind the scenes. He's gonna have plenty to say when he sees that.
The beauty of it is I don't care what anybody thinks.
As long as it works, right?
That's right.
Well, there's nothing about this thing I'd call pretty, but we're not going for pretty, we're going for effective, and I think it's going to accomplish the goal we want to accomplish, which is stiffening up that whole hinge point and adding a little bit of rigidity to that. So now we got it off there, we got it all tacked together. I'm gonna get that welded up. We may throw a coat of paint on it and then let her cool down. I got some windshield adhesive. I think we're gonna spray a whole bunch of adhesive in there and then basically get that thing bolted back on there and kind of tie everything together the best we can. So let's get her welded up. Definitely a piece of abstract artwork to say the least, but it welded up halfway decent for what it is. We're gonna get a little bit of black paint sprayed on her here yet this evening. Not gonna paint the other side. This whole side over here is where all the adhesive will be. We're gonna try to smash it down in there pretty good. Hopefully between the adhesive we use and the bolts, it'll stay. Can't be any worse than what it was. So I'm gonna get a coat of paint on this evening. Probably let her cool and cure out tonight, and then tomorrow we're calling for a little bit more rain, so we'll probably be back here in the shop. Tomorrow we'll come back here and try to get it all mounted up and back on the machine. So see you guys in the morning. Morning, Mr. Millennial.
Good morning.
Check out our beautiful painted artwork this morning.
I see that. That's okay. It's gonna fit like a glove, and I see something you did that you were like, I'm not doing that. We're gonna leave it not welded.
I like your optimism. And I'm still not for sure if that was a good decision or not. All right. First things first this morning, the bat's gonna take a little air buffer. We're gonna clean this up so when we put that adhesive on there, hopefully it'll have something to stick to. Lay that booger back down in there, drill some holes, and hope it works. Fingers crossed. Well, I'm not sure how well I had the camera positioned for you guys to see this, but I am extremely impressed with our cobble job.
Yes.
That thing went back together way better than I ever anticipated, and I think we got enough bolts in. It's got a pretty good chance of staying together.
It's no longer the man lift, it's the Franken lift. And its name is Frank.
It's definitely got some redneck engineering involved. So, all right, before we put this thing back on, remember yesterday whenever I told you this thing only holds like 2 gallon oil?
I'm still betting it's too much.
I told you we put too much oil in it.
No, you didn't. Oh,
weren't
you
listening.
4 gallons,
You
4
weren't listening
gallons.
to me. According to that little dipstick up there, we still got to touch too much oil in it.
Huh, imagine that.
All right, let's drain a little bit of oil out of it. Make sure she fires up. We'll push the engine back and put the hood back on. Hey, I think I was right after all. It's not that I put too much oil in it, it's that you didn't drain all the oil out.
I don't know why you didn't do that. I was cutting metal. You were responsible for the engine.
I may have been sidetracked. All right, we're gonna get all the old oil drained out of the cooler there. Circulate some new stuff back through. Hopefully we're good to go. All right, we got the oil drained out of the cooler. You're ready to fire this thing up and see if she leaks. And where does that go to?
Probably an oil jug.
All right, let's crank her. That fired right up. Keep it alive. I don't see anything leaking. Let's let her sit for a second. We'll check the oil in her one last time and then see what happens. See, some days I do like engineers.
That was pretty smart thinking there, wasn't it?
Not all days do I not like engineers. Some days I do like engineers. You ready to see if I can get this beast back on there?
Let's do it.
We got to manhandle it?
Sure. I can't see anything.
Go towards you. A little bit towards you. All right, let it down now, slowly. Watch your stool. Raise up on that front corner. There we go. Voila!
It fits.
Man, we had to make one small adjustment right here. That thing fits on there. Awesome.
And just clarify, that was a BFH adjustment.
Well, I didn't say what we used to make the adjustment, but cracks look good all the way around. Body lines, I feel like we're working on a classic car here.
I was gonna say, it's actually spot on.
It's not bad at all.
Now we just need a clip.
For as twisted and mutilated as it was. So,
bad.
all right, last thing we need to do, I believe, before we give this thing a test drive or a test lift, what do you call it? Test.
All the above.
We had
Get
some.
it? Get it? All the above? Huh?
We got some custom exhaust bendage going on the other day. The other one had a little bitty short pipe to come out with a rain flapper on it, and I don't know, wasn't a big fan of the exhaust coming straight up to where we were working, so we're going to try to go with something along these rounds. Here, I can't see down in there. Here, hold that. The question is, get that in there.
Oh, it's almost like we needed to kick it back before we 90'd it.
Well, yeah, maybe.
Show them what we're talking about. Our hope was we'd get rid of the rain flap, 90 it, and this would lift.
I think we can
around
still
the
do that
90.
though.
You want to clamp it off and try it? Can you get down in there to put the clamp on it or not?
I could. But why don't you lift it up real slow and I'll kind of see where it's going to hit it at. Yep, that's not going to work.
Our 90's too far out, ain't it?
Stay tuned for Plan B. Mr. Millennial, I present to you exhaust tailpipe 2.0.
Frankenstein's exhaust pipe.
Guaranteed to fit, custom tweaked, custom bent,
Guaranteed to fit.
custom welded. Look at that. Look at that. There's no way water's getting down that thing. Now here's the question. Let's clear the hood. You ready?
Ready.
You ready? Prepare to be amazed.
Nice.
All right.
Now I just need to...
Tighten her up and call her good. So the way these things are from the factory, they actually got a big housing that sits right here. The exhaust pipe stugs up and then it just goes up into it. That's all gone and missing. I don't know where it's at, but I think that's going to work just fine. And actually it don't look half bad, does it?
Oh, it looks good.
All right, let's pop the hood and tighten her down. Was it like a gooseneck?
Almost.
Oh,
what'd
no!
you do?
All right, see if she still works. Oh, it still looks good. Still looks good.
Nice.
Well, that is a tremendous amount of progress on this old Jewel.
Absolutely.
I don't think we started off with much, but I think we may have something worth keeping after it's all said and done. So, got all the controls working, got all the new decals on it. We did go through and check all the safeties are working on it, and the emergency power is working on it, so that's good. Got the engine serviced in good shape. Got the hood reworked. I think she's pretty close to being ready to roll out. So maybe the next video you guys will see her actually in action. But that's going to be a wrap on this one. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. If you did, give the video a big old thumbs up. I guess if you don't want to see whatever chaos ensues with this thing on the job site somewhere,
Chaos.
I consider subscribing. I'm gonna admit, I didn't have much hope for it when we first pulled it in, but I'm feeling more comfortable with it.
That's only because you weren't the one that...
I may actually clean my gutters out later. Catch you guys later.